Hello, this is Amy Fullmer, doTERRA US Founder 2.0 Diamond Leader, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you about why oils. I will be very honest. Before coming to doTERRA, I did not know very much about oils, and especially doTERRA essential oils. I had used Young Living essential oils. I had used a few different brands from my health food store, and I'm embarrassed to say even some $5 oils from Walmart, and because I didn't know the difference, and I thought they're all the same. And I will be very honest, I didn't really like the smell of most oils, and there were some that I did like, and I was using those on my dryer balls and to diffuse, and that was about the extent of my oil knowledge. And I had a friend who kept inviting me and I really wasn't interested. I had been to an oil class about 10 years ago, and really nothing that she said resonated or connected with me. And I'm very scientifically minded. My favorite class in college was honors statistics. I did a thesis, and I'm really into research. I love looking at the research, and no research was presented in the class that I went to. And so I just kind of thought, those oils, I'm sure that they are a placebo effect, and I'm sure some of them smell good and most of them don't. So I'm just not very interested, and I'm definitely not going to be paying that much. And that was my experience at that point. And thankfully, my friend did not give up, and she kept inviting me and kept inviting me. And finally, I went to a class just to help her out and be nice. And really everything changed for me that day. At that class, there was about 10 people, and almost every single person in that class actually had a really life-changing experience with doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is our #2 selling product. And I was just really surprised because I didn't realize doTERRA had really amazing supplements that, really made a difference. And they really had life-changing stories about how much it had helped with major depression, like not being able to get out of bed kind of depression. And then they were able to function and feel so much more normal. Or, one lady that had MS, and lesions after the MRI were gone from her brain after taking that supplement pack. And I was just like, what? That's crazy. Okay, I guess I need to look more at this, because apparently these things really work and really do something. And I wasn't interested because I had never learned that oils could be a solution for so many things that my family dealt with. I had no idea. I didn't know. And, digestive issues, anxiety, depression, trouble sleeping, allergies, joint pain, arthritis. My kids are into athletic stuff, and so they were sore all the time, growing pains, bedwetting, acne, just so many things. For me, I was tired in the afternoon, and I thought that was normal. Hormonal stuff, really heavy periods. I did not know that there were solutions in all of those things with doTERRA essential oils and supplements. And so really, it wasn't until I came and saw, like, okay, I had no idea, cholesterol, just you name it, blood sugar, blood pressure, all the things. We see incredible solutions. And so that really opened my eyes, and I became more interested and started looking more into the research. And really, there are thousands of studies on PubMed. There is so much research on essential oils. aromaticscience.com is a great website that has some really good vetted studies, because not all studies are equal, right? In fact, I will just mention there's one study where they said lavender causes, prepubescent growth in young men or something. It causes them to develop breasts. And if you look at the study, there was actually not even any essential oil in any of the products that those boys were using. It was synthetic lavender, which we know, oh yes, synthetic things can cause problems in the body. So you do need to do your due diligence when you're looking at studies and really reading them thoroughly and making sure that it's a valid study. But that's why I like aromaticscience.com, because they're all vetted good studies that you can find there. So anyway, the more research I looked into, the more I realized, okay, these products and oils are legit. And I can confidently recommend them to people because of the research that's been done. And honestly, I didn't know very much about oils at all. So the thought of actually selling them and doing this as my business was quite overwhelming, because I knew so little. And in fact, when I told my upline that I was going to doTERRA, she was like, "What? You don't even use oils?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm starting to. I'm going to learn, and I'm impressed with what I've learned so far." So I wanted to show you this book. This is the Essential Life book. This is one of our favorite reference tools. There's another one called Essential Oils Made Simple. That's a really great one. But as long as you know your ABCs, you're totally set and equipped to teach about essential oils. And you just really look up whatever issue that whoever is there at the class or that you're meeting with one-on-one has in here. The first almost half the book is issues, and it will tell you what oils to use. And you can look in here to see how much and how to use it. And again, you don't have to know everything. You just need to know how to use the book. And every class I teach, or if I'm meeting with someone one-on-one, I always have my book there with me, and whatever issues we write down that they are dealing with themselves or their family, we will look up a solution. So it's very simple. You don't need to be overwhelmed. You don't need to feel like you have to know everything. And then it's also cool because you can look up each of the individual oils in here. You can look up the individual supplements in here. And again, I just love how much research has been done on all of those things. Really good studies with, again, double-blind, placebo-controlled trials. So, and what's cool is you look up the oils, you can learn about all the top solutions that each oil has. You can learn about studies that have been done on those oils. It's a really cool reference material. And in the back, there's just tons of like lifestyle recipes and hacks and fun ways to use your oils. So it's just fun. It's a whole new world of solutions. And it's really amazing how few people still have really ever learned about essential oils. More and more people are starting to use them. But I'm surprised of how many understand the importance of a pure and well-sourced oil. So I find once they come and learn, whether it's one-on-one or it's in a class in person or it's online or whatever setting they're learning, how people typically see the value in doTERRA. I show them the research. And so let me show you a little bit of like what I would do to share about the oils with people. And one of the documents that I use in all of my classes or one-on-ones or whatever setting I'm teaching is this document called Did You Know? And again, one of the things that held me back from really buying into oils was just not seeing the research. And so I always want to make sure that people have access to some good research to understand the power of essential oils. So I'm just going to share a couple things here to give you a little bit more of an idea of how effective and amazing and useful oils are. And what I love about them is it's not a niche market at all. Everyone benefits from essential oils, and everyone will benefit much greater from a pure essential oil than one that has fillers and synthetics and things like that. So I'm going to show you here. Let me just scroll down. So this is a study, and I did refer to this in my other video if you watched that, so I apologize for the repetition, but it's worth noting again. This is from Roseman University, and if you'd like this document, I'm happy to share it with you, or the person that shared this video with you, I'm sure they can have access to it if you're a research nerd like me. So this is from Roseman University, and this is actually a quote from the summary of their study, but they found that doTERRA essential oils caused much more therapeutic things to happen in the body, in cell growth and rejuvenation, in your metabolic health, which is your blood sugar, your insulin levels, how well your cells can take in insulin, all those things, right? And also in healthy inflammatory responses. So doTERRA did all those things in the body. And it's what's interesting, and they said that those effects were not replicated by essential oils from other competitors. Isn't that interesting? So again, this is a university that doTERRA did not know anything about this research even going on. They actually came to doTERRA after their study and said, "Hey, look what we found. We were studying essential oils and we found that your oils caused different things in the body compared to anything else that we tested." So really cool. So they called this the oil effect, is what they believed is what made doTERRA essential oils different. And that was a combination of the sourcing, that doTERRA will only source from indigenous locations, and they always source from multiple parts of the world. And so that allows us to have a much more consistent therapeutic chemical profile, because, say one crop in, Bulgaria, where we source our lavender, say that crop, the weather isn't as great and optimal that year. Well, because we also have the crop from southern France and that oil is being mixed together, it really gives a consistent therapeutic chemical profile that you would not get otherwise. So they said that those were the reasons: the sources, sourcing, the processing as well, that all the tests that we do, that it's always pure. We're being so careful to make sure that there are no contaminants. So that's really important. I also looked at another study by a lab that had tested lots of different brands, and all the brands I had been using, they showed had synthetic markers in them. And so again, for me, I was like, if I'm going to be using this therapeutically to help with all the issues that we have in my family, I want it to be something that's safe, that I can trust, that I know is going to be as effective as possible. And that's what I'm able to get with doTERRA. So, okay, a couple other cool things here. So, this is our Life on Vitality pack, and this is crazy. You guys, it's so important to have pure, natural source supplements, because this was a study that was done, I believe it was a 20-year study. So that's a big, long study with over 38,000 women. So a huge sample size. Death rates increased by as much as 45% in women that were taking a multivitamin that contains certain synthetic minerals. So more and more research is showing when we're putting all these synthetics in our body, it's actually causing these abnormal deposits and stores, because our bodies don't really know how to get rid of it and what to do with it. And then that in the long term is causing a lot of serious health problems. So it's really important to be using something that is safe and is not loaded with all those synthetics, like most of the supplements in the industry. And I also referred to this in one of the other videos, but just Harvard Medical Blog, they studied 3 leading memory brand supplements and found that 2 of them did not even actually contain the active ingredient. Crazy. So again, that brand trust for a high quality supplement that has clinical research really sets us apart from the industry. And I'm honestly surprised, as I looked into other direct selling companies, how few of the other companies I looked into had clinical research done on their actual products. I actually didn't find another one that did. I'm sure there are some out there, but it's not very common. So this is doTERRA's clinical trial. It was a 2-month study based on blood work and also, a survey of the participants. But they found significant improvements in so many things: in blood lipids, in fasting insulin, in your cardiovascular biomarkers, in your EPA, in your AA-EPA ratio, which is cellular information, your inflammatory markers in your body, your antioxidant status, just so many things. They saw statistically significant improvements in the blood work. So that is huge. And so I like to tell people when I'm sharing this product, and there's a reason why it's one of our very top selling products, is because of how much it really is causing significant changes in the body. And I like to tell people, and most people feel a difference. Like for me, I totally feel so much more energy. Like I used to think it was normal to feel tired in the afternoon. I no longer feel tired in the afternoon. I have energy all day long, which is such a great thing. That makes a big difference in my life when I can get through the whole day having energy to be productive and excited and aware and alert all day. So, and then my mood has been significantly better. It's really helped my marriage. My husband will tell you this, especially hormonal stuff. That's where I would really struggle in my mood, and it really has helped. Anyway, so people also reported they felt more mental clarity, more energy, motivation, control, balance, and happiness just from 2 months of taking Life on Vitality. So pretty amazing. The research doesn't lie. The numbers don't lie. The blood work does not lie. So I love the strength of the product that we have to offer. And this is a consumable that people are taking monthly. And the price point is really competitive. When you initially purchase it, it's $28 a bottle. And 33 cents when you buy it in a pack where it comes with 3 different supplements. One is like a multivitamin, one is your omegas that are plant and marine based that have also frankincense and clove, which are amazing for your cells, for your brain, for your gut. And then one that is a really amazing cellular vitality one that nourishes your cell mitochondria, gives you so much more energy, not from a stimulant, but from helping the cells produce more energy from, and it also has a lot of anti-inflammatories and things that help with bring down that inflammation in the body. So that's really key. And then if you're taking it monthly, you get points back, which you can use just like cash. And it ends up being close to $20 a bottle, which is really, really affordable. So, and just, this is so cool, you guys. Again, I had no idea of how effective essential oils were before I learned more. And this is from a French study. They colonized 210 different microbes. Within 30 minutes of diffusing a mixture of essential oils, only 4 colonies remained alive. So that's 99% of the airborne pathogens were eliminated within 30 minutes of diffuser of essential oils. That's incredible. Like, so when you're diffusing oils, it really is making a significant difference. They are powerful. It's amazing. What they can do, how they're effective against pathogens. There's lots of research showing this. Did you know that test scores improved significantly when essential oil was diffused while learning compared to the control group where no oil was diffused? There's so many really cool studies then on different essential oils that show how they interact with the body, the brain, our cells. They're effective with viruses. I mean, there's just so much that oils can do that a lot of medications cannot do. Medications cannot cross the cell membrane and go inside our cells and do anything to affect viruses, whereas essential oils can. They're in our bodies in 30 seconds. Our bodies recognize them and know how to use them. It's amazing. So, and the price point is really, really incredible that, you're looking at, essential oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. 50 to 70 more times. So if you were drinking 26 cups of peppermint tea, which of course you wouldn't be able to do that, but you would have to drink that much to get the same benefit as having 1 drop of peppermint essential oil, 1 drop. And the cost, I love that doTERRA's essential oils, if you're comparing them to other brands that have been shown to be pure, doTERRA is actually less expensive, especially when you are buying it at the wholesale price. And especially if you're ordering regularly and you're getting even more of a discount. doTERRA gives their customers 10% back on every order over 50 PV if they are choosing to order monthly. And then that goes up every 3 months if they order. So doTERRA incentivizes them to be loyal so that it goes up to 15% back they're getting, and then 20%, and then 25%, and eventually 30% back they're getting on every order that's over 50 PV. So that brings that cost down by basically it's like 55% off. So it makes the oil so affordable. And that was a big concern for me, is I just thought, oh, they're so expensive, But when you look at the price per drop, you're just typically using 1 to 2 drops per dose because they are so potent. They're basically the plant's immune system, and they protect the plant from virus, from fungus. And then it gives our bodies those same benefits. And then we don't have the addiction and all the dangerous side effects like we do from, synthetic pharmaceuticals, which there's definitely a place for those in certain cases, but in many instances, we have an essential oil that can be an even more effective solution. And if it's something that's not life-threatening, right? Why not try it? And if it works, great. And if it doesn't, you can always go to the doctor and get a drug. And again, I'd say just like going to the doctor, it typically sometimes can take a little bit of troubleshooting to figure out what the body needs. Same process the doctor, and that's okay. There's so many oils to experiment and try, and the book will guide you through all of that. So, when you're just having 1 to 2 drops per dose, you are getting 250 drops from your 115 milliliter bottle. That is 1 to 200 doses. And most oils are between 4 and 10 cents per dose if you're looking at it that way. So it's incredibly affordable, much less expensive, even if you have free healthcare, because it's cheaper than the gas to go drive to the doctor's office if you're able to, have it work for your infection that you got on your skin or your ear infection or whatever. So many things. So I just love the value that we really provide people, the savings we provide people when we are sharing essential oils, and most of all, the empowerment, especially to moms with kids. When you have a kid that's sick in the night and you have a solution right there at your fingertips that may be really helpful, and you don't have to give them aspirin or ibuprofen, which is going to ruin their gut lining, or you can avoid them having to get on antibiotics, which are the biggest cause of gut dysbiosis. If you can do that, why not, right? It just makes sense. And so when we educate people and teach them and they see a class, I would say 80 to 90% of people, depending on the class, especially when it's in person, will choose to get an account and to get the products in their home, because it just makes so much sense to have those safe, effective, affordable solutions at your fingertips. And then online, we might see, 50, 60%, depending on those that are at the class. So we see a very great rate of people choosing to get a membership because of the value it provides, and to have such amazing, trustworthy products in their home. So I'm so grateful. I could never go back. I cannot imagine my life without these solutions now. I always have oils in my purse now, and I'm not one where I'm constantly using oils all the time. But they're always in my purse, because if I'm getting a headache, or my stomach feels if I ate too much and I feel bloated or ate the wrong thing, or if I start feeling like I'm getting sick, that has been a game changer for me. I used to get sick every single year. I have not since I started using doTERRA products. I used to get strep every other year. It's now been almost 5 years and I haven't had strep now. And I used to get it every other year consistently. But now that I'm doing things to boost my immune system, now that I have tools at my fingertips that I can use the first sign of something, it's just been a game changer for my family and with my kids and my husband. So it's just something that is very, very easy to share with people, that I feel like truly makes a huge difference for them and their family. And what I love is God made these plants. He put them on the earth. He gave us these solutions to use when we have things come up. And it makes sense that he would have done that, and he would have provided these things. And when we can use them in the pure form that he made them in, it makes sense that it would be so much more helpful to our bodies than the alternative, right? So I'm so grateful. I'm so excited for you to learn more. And remember, it's a process. I didn't go to knowing everything within, like that, right? It just took me learning a little bit at a time, baby steps. And now I feel so confident I can teach and share and help people. But you have that support along the way from those who are ahead of where you are, and it will come. You will learn. We have amazing continuing education that we provide as a team. We have 10 different topic classes recorded that you can watch and learn about. And then we also have a monthly class, often taught by a medical professional or some expert in the field on specific topics relating to essential oils. So there's just so much you get to learn. It's a beautiful journey. And it's just fun because there's always new things. I'm always learning new things. And I just, again, most of all, love the difference I get to make for people and blessing them with something that really does change their life and help. And I get to help empower them in making a lifestyle shift, not just in getting chemicals out of their home. And that is a piece of what I educate about, but in so many other solutions for needs that they have. So thank you so much for learning, and so excited for you to experience more of doTERRA's amazing products.